I want to talk about something today that I just feel like talking right now, and I want to explain something that may take a minute to get out because I'm I have no notes on it. I look nothing up on it. I'm just going to talk as it will relate to make the world respect your greatness. Number one, that's a quote from Trent Shelton. Number two is how not to turn in to someone that you don't want to be like. So, let's see, how do I start? I'm eventually going to say something that a young lady said on her video, which I will not share, or I did not respond to her, but I wanted to talk about it. And it's like the X-rated of nasty, right? Of behavior nasty, thoughts nasty, control, manipulation nasty is what I'm trying to say. So I'm pretty damn old, older than water, older than dirt, and you know that's old, right? And so I remember years ago, back in the day, the quote, they think they better than us. They treat us like shit. But then I don't know if it was like, you know how nowadays and recently years, when everybody's coming over to America and the younger generation is like, the Hispanics and everybody that they're bringing over is getting all the benefits. The Americans that are needing the benefits are not getting anything, and things of that nature. And so but in my day it was, they think they're better. They come over here, they get all the resources, they think they're better, right? And so it's no secret, but we embrace it. You know, some of us, you know, whoever we are, embrace it, embrace the culture, embrace everything, and just let it be. That's the way it is. We're not like me in office making rules and regulations. There's nothing I can do about it. Even when things are face to face, there's nothing I can do about it. Keep it moving. Do me. So they have this thing where the group and whomever is saying boycott Africans on August 1st. That's what they feel. That's what they do. That's how they feel. They have their right. Everybody have their right to feel and do what they want to do. So I'm exercising my right to speak the way I want to speak. And so as a rebuttal, there was a, you know, because they were saying we're not going to buy from the African braiding shops. We're not going to buy from the this, from that, the African food, and, you know, all this stuff, right? And again, that's, everybody has their right. You know, they're fed up. They know that they respect other people, but people are not going to respect them. You know, make the world respect your greatness, right? Then I saw a video that I'm not shocked. I could say it blew my mind, but I'm not shocked. I already know. Many of us know, right? And that's why when I say what they say, this is why I say there are white clans, there are black clans, there are Filipino clans, there are Hispanic clans, they are Asian clans, they are Indian clans, so you get stuck on color and not realize possibly your color, because you're stuck on color, and you find out later it's more than just color. It's about personalities, behaviors, background stories, mental illness, sociopath, psychopath, whatever. Right? Here we go. This young lady went all in. And then when she got to the point, and she said, what's she gonna do, you know, in her African accent. She's, you know, from Africa, but I don't know. But she had a very heavy African accent. And she said she was going all in about what she gonna do, you know, how to, and this is her rebuttal. And then she said, and I'm gonna go to the doctors at the hospital. Did she say, I forgot exactly what she said, but she gonna go to the doctors, the African doctors in the hospital, and tell them to blah blah blah, whether it's to murder the American black people, whether it's to hurt whoever is not buying the African products, or whatever. So that's what I wanted to address today. Both sides, both radical sides, right? We're not gonna buy your shit, and the other one said, if you don't buy our shit, I'm going into the hospital to tell the African doctors on you. So I knew from back in the day, like I said, they say people think they're better. But as I got older, I know it's not all people when I interact with people. It's not all Africans. And then as far as the hospital, and somebody like me that has been working for many different hospitals in many different positions for many different years, I know that there are white clans, there are black clans, they are Filipino clans, they are Asian clans, there are Indian clans, and everyone else I forgot as far as all you look at is color. So it's not just the prejudiced white folks that are killing people, whether it be in the hospital. Sometime I'll read an article and be like, oh, for real? No, it's the African people too. It's the Asian people too, the Filipino too, that won't go above and beyond on a chest compression or like it's their family, or look at a person, oh, they're a piece of shit, let them do whatever, or inject too much, whatever. You'll read about that in the book Behind the Murder Curtain by some OIG investigators. That's no secret. We know that. Right? So my thing is, at the end of the day, back in the day, for many years, when I started my journey, some people call it a journey, I was like, who the hell am I? You know, I was going through my little phases, you know, go through it, get through it, get out of it, do it, blah, 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 blah. And I would listen to Trent Shelton so much to that I have listened back in the day to all of his podcasts. I needed somebody to yell at this brain. I just didn't need the nice stuff or the analytical, this is the way things are, blah, 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 because I wasn't getting it. Even the police say, sometimes we got to take you out of the situation. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't getting it. But so sometimes I would always go back to Trent Shelton, make the world respect your greatness, make the world respect your greatness, right? So I get it. And I get both sides. Right? But if you cannot respect, say for example, I have to give details. I'm not going to be shooting around the bush or whatever on this. If you can't respect an American and you only want them to respect your country, then it's time to have boundaries. But for me, I don't have to turn into you to have boundaries. I don't have to be nasty and say, I'm going to find them American doctors. I don't give a... Or when you come in, I'm They teased me when I was younger. They beat me up, and I turned into Muhammad Ali when I was younger. So when they come into the hospital, no. There's no goddamn way I'm going to turn into you with your nasty, evil, wicked, hateful, murderous mindset. But what I can do in the process of not turning into you, yes, that stuff hurts. Yes, it stinks. Yes, it can infester in the soul. But by me continuing to do what I like to do and having my boundaries, it's not that I'll continue to shop and eat and drink my coffee from wherever I want to, but I will limit and know the difference of a bad behavior, an asshole type person, and know that they're all not the same. I think I got my message across, what I wanted to say. But don't let nobody turn you into who they are. You have to get into yourself, I can only talk about me. I can't tell nobody else what to do. And what has helped me is to get quiet. I wake up every morning, I go to sleep every night, in my daily routine, things and thoughts come through my head. I don't do as I tell other people to do, to have a pad with you all the time and jot notes down. It just, that would be more effective, but I don't do it. And once you get into yourself and start doing things that you like, that's what I do. Do things that I like. These jokers that we cannot change, the murderous mindsets, the hate, the evil, the wickedness. Once you get into yourself, stay zoned in to what you want to do, whether it's you want to start your own business, whether you want to do your own record label club, whether you want to, if you don't have anything, when I say do for self, when I say self first, I don't mean don't ask for help. If you don't have it, like me back in the day with my kids, before I got married, with my first child, I went to WIC. I was like, I can't afford this milk. I went to WIC. Got the Enfamil, or no, I did Similac, and the breastfeeding didn't last for long. I was like, we gonna get some Similac. And I went to WIC, which helped me. get on welfare. I was on, welfare and living in the ghetto for many years when they had the food stamps, the little coupon things. I remember the $1 was brown. I forgot what was the purple and the green. We used to tear them out the food stamp coupon. But don't be embarrassed. And I learned to not be embarrassed. If I have to go and Google food bank and I need some food, if I need to get on welfare, if I don't have a job, or if I got fired from a job and I need to get back on my feet, or go to a place that gives out clothes so that you can interview in, clothes so that you can wear your first week of your job. Don't be embarrassed about that. That's doing for self until you get on your feet, because you know how you're going to give back if that's your personality, if it's your choice to give back. But doing for self. And don't let nobody throw no dirt in your eyes saying, the things that you do to get up on your feet, that don't deal with taking from somebody else, that don't deal with stealing. And when you do for self, people are going to hate you even more. When you develop your own mind and read what resonates with you and your soul that's developing you, they're going to hate you. They're going to try to sabotage you. And it's bad enough you sabotage yourself because you were raised in a house that was full of yelling, fussing, cussing, raping, all that bullshit. Maybe not. Maybe you were raised in the best of the best of the best homes. Out in Long Island. Strong Island. Never witnessed any of this. But still, you're trying to figure out how to develop your mind and not fall into the trap and be like these same people that hate. Get into self. Do for self by reaching out for help. Go to the organizations that have the money. Start your business, the SBA, this and that or whatever. They got the money. See if they give it to you. And start your own. Get on welfare if you have to, until you can get on your feet. To feed yourself, to feed your babies. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. Don't let nobody throw no sand and dirt in your eyes because you do that. Peace.